YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? We're gonna be jumping into Bleach number 370, the 1000-Year Blood War arc, episode number 4. So, what do we know? Well, we know a couple of things that I missed on the last video, right? So, the fact why Quincy's and Shinigami or Soul Reapers are different. So, the Shinigami, when they defeat a Hollow, their souls go to Soul Society, keeping the balance in check. When Quincy's do it, they destroy the soul completely, which throws off the balance, meaning in the last episode, I think it was, Mairi had to kill a whole bunch of souls or get rid of a whole bunch of souls in order to keep the balance in check, otherwise everything would go to hell and Soul Society and everything else would be destroyed in the process of it all, right? So, after we know this, we know why there has to be a war. It's not a war of they want to win for whatever reason. They need to because of a very specific cause and things that happen with Quincy's when they get attacked by Hollows and lots of other reasons that we'll go into later on in the series. As it gets more and more in-depth the further on that we go, to be fair with you, so. The best way how can I explain this episode? The first, I want to start with the animation. The animation is amazing. Byakuya's Bankai and his Shikai just look amazing. Like, it's been such a long time since we've seen Senbon Sakura, and just the fact of how beautiful it looks. But the thing that I love the most is the bleakness. Like, the colour tone is down, because this is meant to be like a bad arc. This is meant to be a bad start. It's going to be a lot of death, a lot of destruction, and probably a lot of characters that we know and love might perish in the process. Like, we don't know yet. We don't know who's going to die, who's going to survive. We know a few of the vice captains have already been killed. I think it was 1,000 people died in about 7 minutes in terms of like when they sneak attacked Soul Society. And obviously Ichigo is busy in Hueco for like the majority of this episode fighting that one Quincy, and doesn't know anything that is happening within Soul Society until we get towards the end of the episode. So we get to see Byakuya's Bankai for about a brief second before it's stolen. We get to see that the captain stupidly used their Bankai before Mairi could get a proper analysis done. And obviously if you don't listen to Mairi, you're going to basically get effed over because he's a mad doctor. Of course he's going to know what to do. He's a scientist. He's an evil genius. Well, he's not evil, but he's basically an evil genius. And yeah, so in my opinion, it's much wiser to listen to Mairi. It's why it's weird why the captain, like the head captain Yamamoto, didn't listen to Mairi either when he said about when you invaded and that they needed to make preparations. The thing that we've noticed is that the captains are so weak without their Bankai. Using just their Shikai, they just can't get it done. They need the Bankai for that level of power in order to do it. So we're going to have to find some other level of power in order to do it, or at least find what makes Ichigo unique in the fact that Ichigo doesn't, or that they can't steal his Bankai. So what is it that does it? Is it his Hollow inside of him? Is that the thing that's changing him? Or that changes his biology? We don't know just yet, but I'm assuming that would be it, because obviously the Quincy's had to destroy or take out the Hollows first before they can invade Soul Society completely. Why is that? I don't know. Maybe it's a tactical maneuver. Maybe it's something else. I'm guessing it's something we will learn as time goes on, but you can feel the amount of despair and the amount of destruction that's happening within Soul Society. You can feel the bleakness that even some of the lower down of like the guards are running away from the Quincy's, and the Quincy's are just taking over. They're going in brute force and just annihilating as much as they can before they either get overwhelmed or they actually win. Because I'm guessing their job or their goal at this point is just to wipe out as much of Soul Society as they potentially can. I know it's not going to be easy for them specifically, because eventually they will have to go through Yamamoto, and he's a beast, as we all know. He will incinerate every last one of them if he wants to. And we also have Zaraki Kenpachi as well, so we have like one of the most powerful creatures in existence, who doesn't rely on Shikai and Bankai in order to have its power. So hopefully he will give a nice helping hand into it. And maybe we'll get to see a few other characters go absolutely crazy who just have pure brute strength. But we know that 4 captains have already lost their Bankai in the process of about 7 to 10 minutes of the war happening. And then, yeah, then towards the middle, or like towards the end, should I say, they finally say, you know what, we can't handle this, we need to do something else, we need another person, we need to get Ichigo Kurosaki to come into Soul Society to help us to get us through this, as they know, like, he's probably the only one who can come and help, because the captains are useless. The captains have no power now. They are literally on the back foot, and it's going to be a bloodbath until we can finally get some kind of proper battle between them all. And the captains need to survive as many of them as they possibly can. And they need to come back with something else, with some kind of power in order to take them out, because these are just the normal Quincy's, the ones which are just like below Yuha. So imagine when Yuha comes onto the field, never mind like the ones who are already killing everybody. Yuha is going to be the next level, because we saw how easily he takes out like random Quincy's. It's like he's not even trying in the process of it all. And obviously the Quincy's have a whole different view on the way of their lives and other things, which I'm sure we will go into as the manga and anime keeps going forward, shall I say. And yeah, it was a pretty awesome episode. I love the style. I love that we got to see Renji, and that we got to see Byakuya, got to see all of the main cast and characters that we haven't seen in such a long time, like animated. And the reason why so many of us, including myself, are so excited for this is because the manga was amazing, but the manga felt rushed towards the end of this one, and it made it so that we wanted to see all animated, because there's lots of little added bits of things that they removed, such as when they call Urahara, they first tried to call Ichigo, then they call Urahara instead, and they cut out the bit where they tried to call Ichigo. Like, you know, just a little bit of time savings, just a little bit of like making it more efficient, and of course just like making the timeline perfect, because I'm guessing there's a lot of collaboration between the mangaka and the animation studio in order to get everything timeline perfectly and to add in little scenes to make it perfect. I'm imagining this is going to be like an Attack on Titan, where the anime is going to be the perfected version of what the manga was as it goes on to its later seasons. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Ichigo at the very end, of course, which we need to get into as well, gets through a portal to go into Wake Mundo. Like, the guy who's fighting gets like shot through the chest by Urahara, and Ichigo gets told to go to Soul Society. He's the only one who can help them. He needs to go there, he needs to get there, he needs to do what he needs to do. And the fact that he tries and he does, and he goes through the portal that Urahara opens just for Urahara to get shot through the shoulder, for Chad to get shot through his, I think it's his arm, and for everybody to get blindsided, as Urahara's doing a lot of research on the enemy and trying to give as much information back to Soul Society so they can form some kind of defense. And yeah, that Quincy then traps Ichigo within, you know, the path between worlds, basically. You know, the one where it says if you ever get trapped there, you'll get eaten by the monster. Yeah, that one. And yes, Ichigo's trapped there within the Quincy's power. Like, it's closed off and then it's literally trapped around Ichigo. So Ichigo either needs to escape, or he's going to have to watch and feel Soul Society disappear right in front of him, and it's going to be so amazing. There is so much more to go, and this is just the start. This is just the beginning, and it's going to get even better from here. It's going to get amazing, and it's going to be that Bleach anime greatness, as Neverworld would say, man. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm absolutely loving the 1000-Year Blood War right now. It's so hype, man. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, evening, good night, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take it easy.